The last thing I want to show you is how do you delete a repo. So deleting a repo is really important because if you mess up creating a repo and connecting it to your remote origin on GitHub, then sometimes the easiest solution is just to delete it all and start over. All right, so how do you delete a repo? So for my local repository, and here I am in my local repository, right? You can see the hidden folder, the Git folder, which tells me this has been initialized as a Git repository. I'm just going to go up one level. And so to do that, just do that command right there. Alternatively, since the next level up was just my user directory, I could have just hit cd. And I could list it, and I could see down here that webdog is that directory right there. So I'm going to clear this out, just go back to the top of my screen, and then I'm going to do remove recursively with force webdog, and this repo from my local computer is going to be deleted. It is now gone. Right? If I do an ls, webdog is no longer there. So I've deleted it locally. How do I delete it remotely? I come into GitHub. I come into that repo, so there's webdog right there, and I go to settings, and by the way, I did that a little quick. I come into my account, and then I go to repositories, and then I go to webdog, that repository I want to delete, and then I go to settings, and in settings, I come down here to the danger zone, and I choose delete this repository, and then I have to enter the name of the repository, and when I do that, it activates this button, right? I understand the consequences, delete this repository, and then I delete it. So webdog is now gone. And if I go to my repositories, I'll click on my repositories, webdog is no longer there. So that's how you delete a repository, both locally and remotely. And sometimes the easiest way when you're first starting and you're starting to try to connect your local to your remote origin, the easiest way when things get messed up is just to delete it all and start again. So I want to make sure you saw how to delete repos both locally and remotely.